Hi guys, today we're doing a planting video of the latest Daleys that came in. But first I want to show you what else I got yesterday when I was out. I got some rock minerals, and I got 2 bags. These aren't cheap, these are very expensive here in Australia. I'm not sure what they cost in America, but here they're like 20 bucks. For how much is it? I'm not sure how much is in here, but it ain't cheap. I think it's let's have a look. 5 kilos, that's 10 pounds. Yeah, so, and I got some potash. Tropicals love potash, and so do the bananas. These guys here, they love potash. Potassium. And I got some more dynamic lifter, which I put out at the beginning of spring in September. I do this 3 times. The beginning of spring, the beginning of summer, and the beginning of autumn. So 2 bags for the whole garden. And as you can see, I was very busy yesterday at the nursery picking up some gold standard compost, black gold. So I've got 4 of those bags, which I'll be distributing around the garden over the next few days. Usually when there's rain, so it gets watered in. We're going to be working in the front today. And as I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down the driveway, I stop and I pick these pineapple guava flower petals. Look at that. It's easier with 2 hands, of course. And just stop by and fill up with some natural sugar to give me energy. And look how much there is. It's a distraction actually, because I can spend like 20 minutes here. As you saw when I filmed this a few days ago. Look, there's so much to eat, so much to eat all the way in. And if that's not enough, when I walk past the second one that also started flowering last week, so there's going to be a lot of goodies to eat here for the next at least month, right into summer. And then the 3rd pineapple guava, which has more flowers than leaves. This one's going crazy. Okay, enough of that. Remember the video I made on keeping your bananas thinned? Look at this. In only 1 week since I made that video, why do you think I make so many videos every day? Guys, things are moving really fast here. I can't keep up. I need an assistant with filming, let alone 1 person. How many are there? 1. I can make a separate video on this, but just quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pups in 5 days. And on that one, 6 pups. And on that one, 4 pups. And on and on and on. Okay? So you got to keep at it. Otherwise, you won't get any fruit. This will never fruit. All the energy will go to the young pups, and you'll never get bananas. Just a tip. Now, today's video. I had the jacaranda stump grinded when the guys were here, so they did a good job for me there. Let's make that wide. Okay, so now you can see where I'm at and where they're at, and we're planning to, well, I'm not going to plant in there because that's not, I got to have a square shape, right? The square shape is 1 here, the existing tree there, existing pomegranate. So that's the square, right? So I can't plant in here. That would disrupt the square. where the jacaranda was. And in the middle, the carob. That's the carob tree. See that? Right there, the carob. So basically I'm putting temperate climate trees in the front here. I don't want to brag or show off to the whole world out there, right, that I've got these rare and exotic fruit trees right at the front. Just come and have a look. No thanks. So no one's interested in temperate fruit because everyone has them, right? I don't know how many people have got a carob tree. I don't think there's many here in my neighborhood. But in any case, that's the plan today. I'm going to plant 2 trees, these 2, which I showed you the other day. The persimmon, the hachia, also known as the nightingale. My favorite is astringent. That one you have to wait till it's really, really ripe. And a non-astringent, the suraga. And it's meant to be really sweet. Sweeter than a fuyu. Very happy that I found this one. So that's today's plan. It's going to be 90 Fahrenheit, 92 Fahrenheit tomorrow. I was going to wait till Monday when the heat was over. But I think these guys can take a little heat. Come on. These are Mediterranean trees, right? They grow in climates much harsher than where I am. The carob is almost a desert tree, almost. It grows in the Middle East, Mediterranean, North Africa, and so on. So I think one day of 92 Fahrenheit or 33 Celsius will be fine. The other thing that's important is, you guys don't know, but the water pipe, the mains water pipe that comes into the house, it comes from that tap there. Hang on. The water meter, I should say, right there. See the water meter? Hang on to focus. Anyway, that water meter there is the mains water pipe from the city. And it runs. I'm wearing socks today because I got cracks in my feet. Because the water pipe runs right through the garden, right through the heart of the garden. Right? I can't plant anything here. Hang on. I can't plant anything here. This is the line of the water pipe that goes to the house. So, right here I can't plant. See that? That's the red Shatut mulberry. And that's the white sapote here. And the pipe runs in between these trees. In between all these trees. Yep. And under these banana pots. That's why I have the banana pots here. They're directly above the pipe. And then to the house. Okay? I had this water pipe fitted 5 years ago, before any of these trees were here. Well, the white sapotes were here, but they had just, hang on, they had just been planted like a few months, so they were only like knee high, up to my knee, and there were no other trees. There was just the white sapotes, nothing else. So I made sure, because he wanted to run, the plumber wanted to run the pipe right in the middle, so he wouldn't have to go around and around and around and around, more digging, more expense, more pipe, and so on. So he ran right through the middle where the old pipe was. The reason I replaced it is because the old pipe rusted. It was an old pre-galvanized pipe, the old steel ones from the 70s. So I got a new one that's guaranteed not to rust. And so that's the story, right? It's running right here in between the mulberry and the white sapote here, the pipe, right in the middle. Right in the middle. Around 2.5 feet deep, just under a meter of depth. So, We're right here. Right here. So I'm going to plant that one there. Right here I'm going to plant this. And the pipe is right here. About a meter away. About a meter away from the persimmon. Yeah. Yeah, these grow big. Up to 5 meters. Which is 15 feet. I'm going to keep them at half of that. Around 2.5 meters, which is around 7 feet. Definitely. So I have the spots marked with a circle. The carob will be here in the middle of this square, as I said. Right, one persimmon here, and the other one persimmon here, which is another square. Well, not an exact square, but sorta a square, whatever shape that is. Right, there you go. So they're in the middle. Next winter, I might remove this peach. I'm not sure yet, because it's let me see, was it a dwarf? I don't remember if it's a dwarf. Yeah, it's a dwarf, that's why. It won't grow big. It's only like 2.5 meter tree, 7 foot tree maximum. Which means it won't grow tall at all. It'll just be up to here, and that's taking up a lot of valuable space here, man. Hang on. Right, you got the full-size plum there, full-size white sapoti here, a dwarf red shatut mulberry there, and a dwarf peach. A lot of dwarfs here in the center of the front, taking up a lot of room. And these two persimmons, they're full-size trees. They need... See, what I would have liked is to put this persimmon here, where this peach is, right? Because it's the center of the front. It's the center. In the center, along here, I like to put the big trees, and in the middle here, the dwarfs. So I wish I could switch these two. I can't pull this one out now because it'll freak out. It's in the middle of the growing season. So I can't touch it. In the winter I can, when it's dormant, but that means pulling out the persimmon. Persimmons don't like that. They don't like to be messed around with when they're in the ground. So I'll just have to go with planting it here in this smaller area rather than this big area here. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, guys. You can't be in full control unless you plan. But planning involves hoping that Daleys has the right trees next year. How can you plan that, right? And leaving a big empty space here for a year. Nah, I don't plan like that. So I just roll with the punches and just take every day as it comes. Okay, I just noticed on the Hachia label, it says 2 to 5 meters. So this can be dwarfed. Good. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't pay attention to the details. Great. So this can be put here in this smaller space, because I'm going to keep it as a dwarf. Fine. And the other persimmon over there, the shugura, can be a what do you call it, full size, or at least over half size. And of course the carob is going to be full size as well. That's also semi-dwarf. Look what it says. 2 to 5 meters. Great. So 2 to 5 meters means you can keep it any size you want. Great. Good. Whew. Worked out well, didn't it? Well, we'll find out in 5 years. So after digging for 5 minutes and 6 inches deep, I've come to clay. There's the clay. The clay, the dreaded clay. Yep, we struck gold. A different kind of gold though, which makes it a little harder on the shovel and my arms. I go down about 24 inches, so that's a quarter of the way down. So, and this is only the first tree. It's gonna be a good exercise this morning, guys. Alrighty, that's around 2 feet deep, 20 to 25 inches. It's more than enough. I used to, when I planted all these other trees here in the last 5-6 years, I would plant 3 feet deep, a whole meter. And you don't need to, guys. You really don't. The trees will break through unless you have, you know, extreme clay. I don't. That clay I showed you broke free. I broke through it. It was only a thin layer of about that much. And once I got through, it was loam sand again. Look. Look. Right. It's a mix of loam and clay. Looks like about 60% loam and 40% clay. So really, you don't need to go, well, I don't need to go more than a couple of feet. If it was solid clay, I would go 3 feet. Yep, but I don't have to. Okay, so as you can see, the tree is way under grade. Look, see that? Way under. Actually, it's even deeper than what it seems because I backfilled some soil in there. It's another 5 or 6 inches deeper than that. So let me go and get some goodies to mix in there. These are the only stones that were in the hole, in that hole, and all that dirt. So as you can see, I'm pretty lucky in that way. Okay, I'm gonna use just mushroom compost mixed with native soil. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy, guys. These are, like I said, extremely adaptable trees. And that is it. I backfilled with 50% mushroom compost and 50% native soil, guys. And I'm not going to do what I do with the tropicals. That is, mound them. See how I'm not going to mound this? Look, hang on. How am I going to do this? Wait. See how it's, well, it looks like it's above grade, but it's only like an inch or two. Maybe, hang on, let me put it flat to the ground. There. It's only 2 inches above grade. But the thing is, it's a bit of a trick because the plastic cover is above the soil there. So they're the 2 inches. It's actually even. It's even with the grade. So, and remember, this is grafted. And the graft, see the G? G means grafted. G. A means astringent. Astringent, persimmon, grafted persimmon. G, AG. See how thorough Daleys is? Huh? Of course I'm gonna promote them. Who am I gonna promote? Someone who misses all the important stuff? Anyway, this is the graft right here. See that? And it's way above that. So it's gonna be, look how high it's gonna be above the grade, the graft. Like 6-7 inches above grade. It'll be fine. All right, let's backfill. Okay guys, so once it's backfilled, I put a top layer of the same mushroom compost, and then just water it. Water it, water it, water it. Slow, do it slow, so it goes right down to the bottom. So if you do it hard, well, it'll run out because I haven't got a burn yet. I'm gonna finish up with a burn. A burn is like a wall. It's like a wall around the edge, so the water doesn't spill out when I water. It's a bit like these, It's a bit like, that's what this is, an artificial burn, right? And as you can see, I've got many of them, like over 30. Most of the trees I planted with these plastic tree circles, and many of you have asked me if these tree circles are pots in the ground. No, they're not pots in the ground. They are edging or tree circles, right? So when I water the tree when it's young, in the first year or two, I don't have the water running down there. That's why I planted these. They're like $10? And once the tree is established, you don't really need it anymore. You can just pull it out, but I left them in there to, for fertilizer. It's also good for fertilizing, liquid fertilizer. So, I'm gonna use soil to create a natural burn rather than those circles. I don't know, I might pull out one from there and one from there, reuse on this young tree, these young trees I'm planting. You can reuse them instead of spending more money, because at the end you won't need them, even though I still have them on believe it or not, I still have one on my white Chatut mulberry, which is almost as wide as the tree circle. Look at this. You think this still needs it? But the thing is, when I try to pull it out, it won't. Oh, it comes out on this side. Yeah, but this side is stuck. So yeah, I don't think it needs any more help from me. What do you guys reckon? So now we're finished. I created a natural burn. See how it looks? So the water doesn't flow away. And this costs nothing. You just reuse the soil you pulled out of the ground, instead of buying that. Okay? A natural way. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry it went on a bit longer than I had planned, but that's just the way it is, right? Now I'm gonna do the other two trees in exactly the same way, and you'll see the finished products, or the finished job, in another video. So, like if you enjoyed, also share. This is gonna go into the playlist of planting trees. I've got a few playlists if you want to check them out. Playlists on planting trees, a playlist on guava, on banana, custard apple. By the way, custard apple is atemoya. We don't call it atemoya in Australia, we call it custard apple for our American friends. And many other playlists, check them out. Okay guys, see you from the next video. Bye.